Good morning. Happy Friday,
Happy
everyone. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? We're all good over here. Have a great tutorial for you today. We're going to be covering Stream Deck and how we put it together for both of our, actually for all of our shows. We have a couple of shows that we have profiles on the Stream Deck, and we're going to show you how we do that and how you can do it as well. So that's one of them. Another thing is we have a contest coming up in the Ecamm Live fam, and we're going to tell you all about it. And we're also going to share a really easy tool that you can use to edit your photos, and you can actually scribble on them in video as well. So we have a really cool show planned for you today. Yeah, on this amazing Friday before Halloween.
Yes.
Actually, this is the Halloween weekend, so everybody's gonna be having fun. If you celebrate Halloween.
Hopefully.
If you celebrate Halloween.
Hopefully.
Hello, Gabe.
What's up, Gabe? Good to see you here.
Hello, DJ Right on Beat.
What's going on, DJ? Too early over here in Vegas.
Yes. Okay. What time is it over there? You know what, Rich? I think Fuljens got let out. The ladies felt sorry for him, and they just like paid his bail. Right? I mean, like you're out.
I'm
but
out.
Yes, we have a contest, and it's going to be a Halloween contest, everyone. And the winner is going to be chosen on ENN on Monday. And here's what happens. You can take pictures of this weekend if you are going to be dressed up, and you're going to submit it to the community. But there will be a post actually where you are going to put those pictures in. So stay tuned for that. And it could be a previous Halloween costume photo, or it could be the current one that you're going to use this weekend or Monday if you are planning on doing that. And the winner is gonna get the winner.
Ooh, you about to get $100 Amazon gift card, and Black Friday's coming up. So ooh.
And that's almost a microphone, like an MV7. It's almost
yeah. You know, that's a big discount on the MV7 right there.
Yeah, you're getting
$100.
Yeah, you're getting early, so that's what you're gonna get. And the runner-ups are going to get $50.
$50 merch gift card.
Yeah. So that's pretty
About
good.
to be Ecamm swagged out.
Yeah, I mean, this is how we do it here on the Ecamm fam. We just love this. Last year on ENN, we did a contest, and we love the pictures that were submitted.
Yeah.
I think Glenda had she was a princess or something, some sort.
A fairy or something.
Fairy.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. So you can submit those pictures. Just make sure if you have some pictures, start looking for them, okay? So that you can have them ready when the post goes live. And we're gonna go live in the community later to talk more about that. But that's it for you, right? You get first dibs on that.
We have a queue.
Yes. So the criteria, Rich, that's a great question. So the criteria is just use your judgment when you're submitting pictures, right? Because even though the pictures are going to be, you post them, if they're not, so make them PG-13. How about that? So that is the criteria of it. But it could be anything else. You could even submit a video if you wanted to as well. But a photo will do.
Right, so, and DJ, right on behalf that question. So pictures, not video, but you can submit video.
Yes, you can submit a video. You can do both. So stay tuned for that and for more details on where the link is going to be, and we're going to be sharing it in the community.
Yeah.
But and another thing that I almost forgot is that if you dare, we needed the evil laugh. If you dare, you can actually come live on ENN with us and share your costume, because Fuljens already has his costume, which we're not gonna tell, right? He has his costume, so you can join us on ENN with your costume on that segment.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes.
Abdusalam, hello. Good to see you here. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Gabe, I'm trying to buy the Doc Rock live streamer costume, but they're out of stock.
Yeah, we heard that. It was out of stock.
They sold out quick.
Quick. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. So remember, just start looking for your pictures or take pictures or video of your current costume that you're going to be sporting this Halloween. Yes. All right. So Fuljens, let's take it away. Let's show the edit first because it's less quicker.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we're going to show you this really quick web photo editor that is so simple that you can just get a picture from. So let's do this. We're screen share. We started.
Let's click on this one. Let's go up here.
We left the Stream Deck.
Spooky.
I need it. Let me see. Does it have it? No, I don't have it here. All right, go for it.
Oh, why is it not playing?
Because.
Oh, I thought they were here on this.
Yeah.
Magic spell, evil clown laugh. Let's just. Anyway, edit that photo.
Yeah, edit that photo. So what you would do is, you see right here where it reads select photo. You're going to click on that. And then that's going to pull up the pictures. We're going to, let me see, go to desktop. But let me do something first. Go to desktop. Oh, we're not in demo mode. So select. And we're going to go find the picture. Okay. So this picture right here, look at that. That was us last year. Fuljens was Urkel. So if I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? I want this to be annotate something. For example, so I'm gonna be like, I don't like Fuljens' hair. For example, I can do that. If I be like, oh, look at this is so cute. So you could do whatever annotations you want. You can crop. For example, if we just want to have Fuljens in there, you can crop it. You can add filters if you wanted to. So this is very simple to do. And then you can add a frame. So you can just get, like, if you had to do something real quick, I like this one, right? And then you can resize it to pose if you wanted to. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. So wait, how did, let me zoom out. I have you can zoom out with this. There we go, resize. Wait, you know why? It doesn't want to resize Fuljens. It just went to, I'm doing undo. It doesn't undo it. It doesn't undo you because you zoomed in, you know. Oh my gosh, Fuljens Henry. Okay. Here we go.
It's true to size.
Right? And then once you do that, you're going to export it. And you can export it in whichever way you want to. Right? And download. So once you download it, if you want to now see what you did, it opens up like this way. Let me see, demo mode. Where are we?
Hold on, my head is so big that it just like took up the entire screen, so it won't allow us to go into demo mode. There we go.
There we go. So that is the picture we exported. And it looks just like that. So this is a simple thing. It also happens with video. You can also do this with video if you wanted to. You can find a video. So let's see. We're going to...
Hold on a second here. Let's just go back over here. Let's move our comments over here. We got to do some dressing up. And stay in live demo. Boom. There we go. All right.
All right.
So we're back here.
Awesome. So we're going to find a video. So we're going to do, the video is actually, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. And you see it right here. It's very small. It's right in there where it reads the free video photo editor. So it's right here. So need a video instead, you're going to click there.
And then it pulls up a beta. That's probably why it's such in fine print. It's still in beta.
What do you mean?
When you go to edit the video, edit.video, edit.video is in beta, but edit.photo is in alpha.
Oh, gotcha,
right?
gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, so this would be behind the scenes. For example, we did something, if we...
Oh, okay. You can crop.
Yes, so
trim.
You can, and like big part of editing, right? So this video was 3 minutes and 46 seconds, and we can do something like, right? Just crop that. And then the cool thing about it, you can also add filters, you can fine tune it. So you can play with saturation and things like that with it. And you see all the rest of the things that you can do here. And the cool thing about it is now if you just want to take that clip, export it, and you can do WebM in here, which will be great, right? Because we can just go and put it like that, download, and it will be the same thing as in the picture, right? You download it, and then you will be able to reuse it right away. So the video is rendering, but that is what happened, right? Pretty cool. And while we do that, Fuljens Henry, I'm gonna go to the Stream Deck and I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to BuildingBlocks because we're over here. Yeah, yeah, he over here like just got us. We went live without the Stream Deck. But anyway, so that was pretty cool for a pretty cool tool for you guys to use, and it's free. All right, so go for the Stream Deck.
Right. So we want to. So it's right on time because the previous settings were like it took over. We didn't have any space to add some keys there. We're gonna go over our settings for creating text overlays or creating overlays, and basically improving your workflow when it comes to either using or creating overlays inside of Ecamm Live, right? And we're going to open up a Stream Deck here. Let's go to configure Stream Deck. We're going to keep this one here. We're going to keep this profile here and add some keys that, that may be of use to you. We have here, Anna has it a particular way. Anna has zoom in and out on one key and the live demo mode. But if you wanted to separate those, we have a tutorial for that, but it's very simple, right? We're going to actually use a series of hotkeys. So you're going to go to System on your Stream Deck, and then we're going to use hotkey here, right? And we're going to add quite a few of them. And they're going to be very helpful when you need to zoom in, zoom out, when you need to do other things as well, right? This is going to be for zooming in, Option Command plus, for example, right? So you could zoom in, and then you can create another one. Option Command minus to zoom out, and you could also rename them, right? So you can do out for this one and in for that one, right? So now we have those keys there. And so if I press in, zoom in, click out, zoom out, right? So let's say you wanted to assign some keys to things that you normally use in Ecamm, right? We want to build overlays and whatnot. One of the ones that we use often is pressing the T, right? Command N. So we can create a hotkey for that as well. So if we go here, and then we're going to click to assign, we're going to click Command N, and this will be the T. Right, so now let's try that. Let's bring this up here. So now we hit the T. We're going to hit T. And there you go, right? You have your text overlay panel pop up, right? Same thing if you want to create a group here in your overlays panels. So that's Shift Command N. So you can create a hotkey for that. Right, so now that's going to create a new group. Right, so now we hit this. Let's go here in the overlays panel here, and we're not going to hit Shift Command N. We're just going to hit our group key on the Stream Deck, and it creates a new group like so. Okay. And there are quite a few that you can assign here. You can do copy and paste. You could do undo, redo. Just think of the different commands that you normally use, and you assign them to your Stream Deck using the hotkeys, right? Because there are some that are already available from Ecamm itself. So if you go to Ecamm Live, you have show hide overlay. You have add last comment, hide last comment. And also too, it's helpful if you go up here to your overlays menu and you have these commands here, right? New image, new animated, new text, new countdown. So you could literally assign all of these to your Stream Deck using the hotkey. And something else that is going to be very helpful that is often overlooked is next overlay and previous overlay right here. right? So if we had, good morning, Richard. If we wanted to rotate this on in Fuljens with something else, we can go to lower third names, go right here, and we're gonna copy and paste, right? So let's, for example, if you had copy and paste on the Stream Deck, you could just hit that key instead of going to Command C, for example, and Command V, right? So we're gonna have a few of them here. And we're just labeling them, for example. Right? So now if we start with this one, and let's go back to our Stream Deck. Let's go back here, and we're going to assign 2 more keys. So we're going to add 2 more hotkeys here. Let's go back to System, Hotkey, and then another hotkey. And we're going to hit the following controls: Shift, Control, Shift, Control left, and Shift, Control right. So now if we want to cycle through these overlays here, we can hit the Shift, Control left or Shift, Control right. What's going to do previous, show next, and show previous. Oh, this one didn't go through. Let's click that again. Shift, Control right. And check this out. Let's do this. Hold on a second. Let's hide everything first. And start with this one. And let's try that. So now what it does is plays the next overlay. It'll show the next overlay and it'll hide the previous one. Right? And it'll cycle inside of that folder. Right? Let's say you don't have a folder, it's just going to cycle through every single overlay there. Right? And you don't need, what's it doing now? Okay, this one. That's probably what jacked it up. Hold on. Let's do that again. Start with this one. There we go.
And when you're doing this, actually, you're not gonna go that fast,
right?
Right? It's just you're gonna go one by one.
Right.
Fuljens is going this fast just to show it, but it would be you're talking about a specific segment or a headline, and you click on that headline, and that's there. Then you're gonna click on the other headline, and that's there, or whatever it is that you're doing. If your producer's doing with you or handling this part for you, they're going to know, or if you're doing it yourself, you just do it, but it will be slowly.
Right. There you go. And as you were saying that, so we're just cycling through each one, and it could be anywhere, but just keep in mind that if you have you notice this last overlay here, this is where it ends. It's not going to jump to the next folder of overlays, right? And it could be any overlay. It can also be images as well. It doesn't have to be text. You could cycle through a series of any overlay that you want. Let's say we had, let's bring this back. Let's hide this. We have quite a few up here, right? So I think these were GIFs. There we go. Oops. We can actually cycle through these, right? So for example, if we have it here, I think these were the emojis in question last week, but it's basically cycling through the images, right? So it doesn't have to necessarily be text.
So the benefit of this would be that you don't have to have your Stream Deck full, right? So if you have, for example, right now for us, Fuljens likes the next. I like to know what I'm putting on screen. So I do add it to the Stream Deck and I want to see it, right? But when there is, when the Stream Deck is just full and just packed and we don't want to bring another Stream Deck to ENN, then that makes sense for one scene to have the next. So then that way we don't have to add it to the Stream Deck. But other than that, like it works pretty nice. It works pretty nicely.
Absolutely. For example, this type of setup, of course, there's a lot more that can be added to. It'll be more better suited for workflow. So if you want to build your scenes in advance, but or unless you're doing tutorials like such as this one, but it'll be helpful to have those keys already at your disposal, right? The T, the new group, adding copying and paste, undo, redo, right? Zoom in, zoom out. And also if you wanted to do a screenshot, right, of your finished product, so you can assign a hotkey, Command Shift 4, and then you don't have to go to the keyboard and click. So you just one button, and then you could just take your screenshot there, right?
Yeah.
So for more so for workflow purposes.
Yeah.
But if we're live and you're doing a presentation or something like that, maybe it'll be helpful to have the show next overlay, the next or previous, and go back and forth. Definitely that one.
For that one,
Yeah,
definitely, because you don't have to be clicking on the screen itself.
Right.
You don't have to be you can do it right from the Stream Deck, and it will look smoother because you'll be like sleek, like it, instead of having to go like.
Exactly. Exactly. And something else too, if you have the Stream Deck, the pedal, right? The pedal is actually just 3 keys, and you're just controlling those 3 keys with your feet. So you can have the previous overlay, next overlay there, and have the center as something else. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty. That helps a lot with But I don't think I could ever have my show personally without a Stream Deck. It just makes it way easier, and you can do the same things if you have, for example, the app, the Stream Deck app. You can also do these things with that, and it works pretty nicely. And nowadays, like, we have more than one phone, so it's like you can use that other phone for that.
Absolutely.
And create it. But profiles, right? Actually, before we go to profiles, do you have any questions? Are there any questions?
Good morning again, Richard. Good to see you here. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Aubrey.
Aubrey says, I love the pedal when I play guitar.
Yeah,
That makes
definitely.
sense. Yeah.
Definitely. There's so many, great use cases for the pedal. I used it a couple weeks ago. So the center pedal, I have it for live demo mode. And then the left and right foot pedals, I have it for zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah,
right?
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's like your main, the ones that you use the most.
Right. For like tutorials and stuff like that, or if you want to show somebody the ins and outs of Ecamm, so you can do it that way. And then you don't have to like look down, right? Or you don't have to go down to like Shift Command D, right? I need to look at the keyboard, I need to look at the keyboard. So just like a foot, and you just keep that eye contact there, you're good to go.
Well, yesterday on my show, I was looking down a lot because I did so many things. I was like, I elevated the desk. I did a lot for it. So I was like, I kept looking down. But yeah, and you like suggested, like, you know what? Do you want to use the pedal?
Yeah, you're gonna like the pedal. You'll like the pedal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But any questions about this? Anyone about the buttons and adding them to the Stream Deck before we move on to profiles?
And then just one last thing, right? We showed you the overlays, the different commands here. So under the overlays menu, show overlays window, and all of these here, right? And there are a few here. This is going to be like show or hide the overlay, specific overlays here. Add last comment, hide last comment, which is already in the Stream Deck. Next overlay, previous overlay. And then you have some shortcuts here as well under window, right? Bring all to front and all that good stuff. So you can assign any of these to your Stream Deck using the hotkeys feature.
Good. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to use Ecamm for something real quick. Because, are you getting nervous because of what I'm going to do?
No. Okay. I should be used to this by now.
There it is. because there was something about the lighting that I was like, what's going on? Like the lights are fine, but we're messing around with it.
Okay. It was a little dark. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There we go. Okay, fine. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Profiles.
Yes, go for it. Right? Okay, so there are no questions about it. So now we're going to work on profiles. And the benefit of profiles is that you can have a profile per show or per whatever it is that you do. You can have a profile for Final Cut Pro and the keys. You can have a profile for Photoshop and the keys. So you can have multiple profiles for whatever it is that you use most frequently, your apps and things like that. And for your shows. And one of the things I do like creating profiles for our shows, for Ecamm and for BuildingBlocks and all of it. But when it comes to, say, Final Cut Pro or Photoshop, I find it that I like using the keys more because I forget, when I put it in the buttons, I forget the commands and I want to know the commands, right? So it's like when you don't use something, you forget it. So I really like knowing the commands for that. But in terms of workflow for shows and all of that, profiles are just killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just the best. Okay, so here we go. Let's go for profiles. You want me to do it?
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna show your a specific profile.
No, go for it. Your voice carries higher. No, so here's this. So let's bring this up. We're gonna get kind of covered for a little bit. So here are the profiles that we have. So we have ENN, we have OU, which is my show. Then we have BuildingBlocks. Then we have a customer profile, and then we have the Ecamm Live default, which is what comes in when you first,
And if we could just show something, right? You notice how for BuildingBlocks, this is more of commands, right? Where we need to pull up overlays and we want to open up our text overlays and we want to do copy and paste and everything, right? So it's more of like a workflow thing when it comes to to like tools versus the ENN, for example. If you look at this, right, we have a series of scenes, right? We want to cut to specific scenes or cut to specific sound effects, and then also go to our closing and things of that nature. So it's very specific, very different workflow versus our BuildingBlocks profile.
Yeah. And then, the same thing for customers. So you will be doing your profile for what you use, on that specific thing. Yes. Hello, Mr. Moderator sneaking in the back door. And nice to see you here. So, okay, so let's say, which this happened to me at first, right? Let's say you had a whole bunch of profiles because you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on, right? And you end up with like 10. Or if you're Fuljens, you end up with like 25.
I did. I did some cleanup lately.
Yeah. So what you do is you will go to the profile here that you see, and you're gonna click on Edit Profiles, and you're gonna be presented with all of the profiles that you have. If you want to delete one, as easy as that, you highlight the one that you want to delete, and then here at the bottom, zoom in, Fuljens, for me, please. Like, here.
I'll just do it the manual.
Yeah, the manual. What you see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't rely on terminology. Okay, so you can click on the minus here and delete it. That is as simple as it goes. So, for example, Fuljens just clicked on this one. If we want to delete this one, we just go delete. Are you sure? Yes. Right? And then we delete it and we go back to the other one. So we're going to add create a profile now, right? So does someone want to tell us what profile, for example, something in your most used keys on Ecamm Live, if you want to, or we can just do it for you, guys. All right, so we're gonna create a profile here. We're gonna double click on it and we're gonna name it
Ecamm Shortcuts. Let me put on my caps.
Halloween.
What happens? What's going on, caps lock? Come on. Ecamm Shortcuts. Boom.
Okay. And then now you are on Ecamm Shortcuts. There we go. Now we're going to select, and we're there with a just clean slate. The welcome thing, it just brings you to Elgato's website. You're going to delete it. So here we go. To the right, you have all of your commands. You have, for Ecamm Live, you have all of them here. And then you have the system commands, which is what Fuljens used to create the hotkeys, the hotkey switches. If you're going to go to a website, if you want to open something that is not related to Ecamm, then you will go to systems. You will also go here if you wanted to add any of these settings for you. Right, if you want to see your battery, what is it on your keyboard or your mouse or whatever, you go for it. And then up here, you have Stream Deck commands, like you switch profiles. For example, if you have multiple profiles and then you just easily from the keyboard, from the Stream Deck, you want to switch to that profile, you can create the key there to switch to the profile instead of having to go here to do it, right, manually like we did today. And then right here, you have the multi-action button, which is where you can use to say the one that I use for in and out. So I have a multi-action button, just one button on my Stream Deck that is going to zoom in and zoom out for me, right? So that's where you will do that. And then that's it. So those are mainly the ones that I use for it. So let's go for Ecamm, right? So Fuljens, go for it.
So this is for a specific.
So we're going to create a profile for Ecamm of what the things that we use the most.
Right.
Scenes.
Especially if you want to do it for a specific show, like a standard run of show, right? What we like to do is up here will be our main scene, right? So it's already set. It already defaults to AF main here, right? We don't need the countdown because once you start the show, you have the countdown. You're not going to go back to it. So the first thing will be for the main scene.
But that's what we do. You can do it. If you want to have your countdown on the Stream Deck, go for it.
And I've done that as well, where I would just have the countdown. So for example, even before I go live, I just want to have that key there and make sure all the scenes are set up properly, right? So you have your main, and then we usually have, for example, and then we have a comments screen.
But before we move there, we're here on main. So you're just gonna title that because you title that and it goes into your Stream Deck, right?
Just
so
like
you can see it.
Just like labeling your folders in Ecamm.
Yep. There we go.
Right.
So now you go to the next.
And the next one will basically your run of show. So if you look at your scenes panel over here, you can basically list all of them or lay them out however you want to. Right, but we're just gonna have a few here. Run scene. Of course, you want to have your screen share scene ready for as well. Right, and of course closing. So we'll have these three. We'll have these three for today. Select closing. Boom. Right, so we have that. Another one is to when we want to start the stream and end the stream, right? Where is that at? That is go live. Go live will be right here and at the far away in the land far away
from nervous fingers.
Right, exactly. You don't want that close to the keys that you're going to select often. And then, as we mentioned earlier, if you want to often bring up comments, you can have that somewhere. Add last comment, hide last comment. We can have those on the Stream Deck as well. Go put that down here.
Yeah, we don't use those though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But those are good to have. Something else too, we like to do for the housekeeping, right? We have our Q: scene, which is Mr. Moderator, Paul Duncan, right? Q: space helps us find your question. So that is always necessary for us to have there. So we like to have that up in the corner like so. So Mr. Moderator is going to go right here. Boom. Let's put moderator.
Right on cue.
Right. So we have Paul right there in the corner. And what else? So
another thing that we like to do is have the viewer count so that we know that when more people are showing up, we got to repeat specific thing. It will let us know that some more are in there. So we usually have the viewer count here.
Right. And then what's cool about the viewer count is like you're not gonna use it, you just look at it. So you can use that to create like a barrier from the finish button. So stuff that you're not gonna use, like create a border around the finish button. Right?
Has that happened to us though? Like we've been close to, but we haven't done it yet. We've been close to like that is too close to the finish.
I think something very, very close happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know, and then something else too, if just in case you need it, right? The mute button. So this creates like the perfect barrier there because like, you know, maybe you're not gonna you need the mute button often.
Let's see what happens when you mute.
So what happened while we're muted was Anna was.
You know what? Let's add the sounds. Let's add it to the key here.
Right.
To the Stream Deck.
You know, so the Stream Deck also serves as an audio interface, right? You have the muting. You can also add the sound effects here, which I don't remember where it is because I usually use my Rodecaster Pro. But here you go.
Yeah.
Right. Play sound.
So here we're gonna add 3 sounds, and this is something that I do because I just like do it one chunk at a time. So Fuljens does it one by one, and then I do this, right? So I know I'm gonna add 3 sounds, so I'm gonna go, okay, cool. I'm gonna go 3 sounds. Come here. Where did it block? We're frozen.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay,
There
here
we
we go.
go.
So 2.
Back.
And then 3. So I know that I won't have to go back to the right. So I'm gonna click on here and then I'm gonna go select sound. So we have a sound effect. What happened to my mic? We have a sound effect folder, so we can easily find it. And we're gonna go here. And then that's cartoon.
Cartoon voice.
Okay. And then we go to the next one, and then we say that we want the evil clown. Oh my gosh.
And then also it's maniacal. And also it's a maniacal.
Do evil laugh. I'm not gonna know what maniacal is.
Oh my gosh.
Evil laugh. There we go.
If you notice too, you have the volume. You can control the volume from the Stream Deck. And you can control the option whether you want it to play or stop or what is it going to do to loop.
Magic spell. There we go. And then we have that. We got it straight. So we're going to close this and we're going to go. Right? So let's get out of. Oh, we didn't put live demo mode.
We're in live demo mode.
Oh, I mean like get out.
Right.
Get out. Okay, so let's look at it. And you can play that like that. You can even have music playing, which is pretty cool. You can have, for example, if we're gonna have this song, it's gonna be loud for a second. So here we go. We're gonna have this one. And then we can add the sounds through it. So we can even like play DJ. Right in there with the music. And it will happen like that. The only thing that you can do is play another song, but you can add sound effects to it. So yeah, that's basically that basically covers it. Unless you have something else that you wanna.
No, I just wanted to show this, right? So also under play sound, you have other options here too. You have action, play, stop. Hold on, let me go back here. Play, stop, or loop. You know, so play, overlap, or loop. So you have these options there. And you could also adjust the volume here too. So that's pretty cool.
And you can go and dress up your Stream Deck very fancy by just downloading pictures or whatever it is. If you have comments and you want to just dress it up really nicely, you can do that. You can add logos to it. You can get really fancy with it. I think Doc definitely has a Stream Deck tutorial on how to do all of that.
Yeah, a few people do.
Yeah.
And then it's very easy. So let's say you have this one, you don't like this one, you can click on the little plus icon here, and it's gonna bring up a built-in library, or you can add your own.
Yep. Okay, everyone. So that is all we have for you today. And remember, if you just tuned in, we have a contest going on for Halloween. And this is we're going to be posting, on the community, and you are going to add your pictures, your Halloween costume pictures to this post, like in it, so that we can go find it, look through it. Don't post it out of that post, okay? So make sure that you have it in there, and it could be a photo that a costume from past years, or it could be a costume that you're going to wear this, over the weekend. And it could also be a video, so you can have fun with video as you're like getting dressed or like getting into character, whatever character you are, and that's it. So the winners are going to get some sweet stuff. Fuljens.
The grand prize winner will get a $100 Amazon gift card. $100 Amazon gift card. And runner-up gets a $50 Ecamm merch gift card.
You know what we didn't do? We didn't save it, because I'm looking for the...
Oh, I switched back to
I'm
building
like,
blocks.
Where do you go? I'm trying to make sounds. You see, this is where the go to the next profile will be useful, because I can just click that button there and it goes to the next profile. So yes, so that's gonna be good. So $100 to the winner, and then runner-ups $50 to the Ecamm store.
Yes,
Store,
winner will be selected
on ENN
live this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Ecamm Network News and Entertainment.
Yes, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And additionally, if you would like to, this is an option, you can come into ENN when we are on that segment.
I gotta switch to ENN real quick. Boom. We start talking about ENN.
Wow. What an Urkel. Okay, so
yes, I'm an Urkel.
So you will be able to, you can join us on ENN if you would like to, with your costume when we hit to that segment. So just let us know if you would like to join us when we're live, and we will send you the link so that you can come in during that segment and show up your costume. Yes.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So that is set for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and learning some great stuff and building blocks. We will see you in the community shortly. We're gonna go there to talk more about the contest. And otherwise, we will see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we're closing. We're good.
Bye, everybody.